Hello, this is Kathy, and this is an intraday harmonic scenario for CL for February 10th. And coming into today, the 9th, I was watching for price to test this 29.4 area. It correlates with a double sword line. I wanted to show all the levels. Okay, so now let me hone in here. And to see what happened. Well, it was a very shallow bounce from the 29.57 low, and then when it did test the 29.4, it was even a more shallow bounce, and then it broke down below it. Now price is at a do or die situation for one of the opposing harmonic patterns. The Scion pattern is an emerging Gartley, and one of the requirements is it's going to have to hold above that 27.56. If it can, it stays alive, holding on by its fingernails, but it's still in play. Once price takes out that 27.56, even for a tick, that Gartley is being removed from my chart. Okay, so here's what I'm going to be looking for. One, which point of this brown triangle is going to give way? Okay, if it breaks down, this is double pointed triangle at 27.56. If it breaks down below there, the initial harmonic pattern target is 25.59, and there is convergence there. If that fails to give an opportunity for the buyers to step in and go into retracement mode, which would mean a bounce, then I have a double PRZ or a double potential reversal zone at 2301. Actually, it's 2307 to 2301 to be exact, but what that means is there's two different harmonic rotations that their completion target merges into one zone, and that behaves both as a magnet and an important level if it's tested. Okay, so it will mean something. Let's play it out for a second. Price breaks down the 27.56. It's offering a short opportunity to the 2307, scaling point at 25.59. And once price is at this 2301 to 2307 range, then this is an area that I would be watching to either protect my position very tightly, just get out of the position because I'm happy with that profit, or if I'm not in the position, then I'd be willing to watch for signs of a bounce to go into an attempt of a retracement mode. Now, there is some bullish divergence here as we test this double bottom. So what this tells me is it, well, it doesn't, what it tells me is that it has a reason to try to bounce and test this 29.4 from below. It was very important coming down. It's just as important going up. If it holds this resistance, it keeps the intraday downside bias, and each one of these levels that price takes out increases the probability of testing the next level. Now, as long as this 27.56 holds as support, the ideal target is upside at 36.84, but it does have obstacles along the way that price is going to have to contend with. Each one of these noted levels that price can take out, it increases the probability of completing this Gartley. Okay, profile-wise, this blue, this is a micro-composite profile, and it goes back to January 7th to now. And so what this shows is that this price has a very large range, right? You look at the very top and the very bottom. Actually, the bottom was closer to this 29.37 until today. It extended it even further down. Okay. So regardless, what I'll be watching for is which one of these yellow zones is price, one of these yellow neutral zones is price going to take out. It could chop around here for a little bit, find a little balance. The range was expanded. It was 163% more than its average range that I go by. Okay, so if price is able to push back above this 29.37, major magnets are 30.02 and 31.64. If price is able to hold below this 27.56, it's going to seek value further below. And that's where we go into the cyan and brown targets down here. Now, this 30.02. Okay, that is just going to be a little bit of a breach of this double sword line in this 29.4, right? If price can get back to there, it could chop around there. So we want conviction, or I want conviction of holding above or below 27.56, and then the initial resistance 29.50 area. Okay?